Let's dive right into the passage. Many intellectual histories of the Black Power movement of the 1960s and 1970s rely heavily on essays and other explicitly ideological works as primary sources, a tendency that can overrepresent the perspectives of a small number of thinkers, most of whom were male. Okay, it's a long sentence, but there are certain strong words that kind of stood out to me, right? Overrepresent, ideological, rely heavily on something. So this seems bad, right? This is something bad. Historian Ashley D. Farmer has shown that expanding the array of primary sources to encompass more types of print material, including political cartoons, advertisements, and artwork, leads to a much better understanding of the movement and the crucial and diverse roles that Black women played in shaping it. So expanding the array, diverse, right? So it seems to go from this kind of negative to positive here. Specifically, it's narrow to wide, right? Or narrow to diverse, something like that. So let's look at the main idea. Let's just see what we get. A. Farmer's methods and research have enriched the historical understanding of the Black Power movement and Black women's contributions to it. Okay, well, we don't get to Farmer until halfway through, but, I guess this whole passage is only, 2 sentences? Is that right? Yeah, so that's a lot of information packed in just 2 sentences. Okay, one of the sentences is about Farmer, so, I don't know, half the passage is. Okay, yeah, this seems like Farmer is good, right? That's the positive part. And women come up somewhere in here. Yeah, okay. I don't know. It seems like I don't have anything wrong with it, so let's keep moving. Let's see if anything else comes up. B, before Farmer's research, historians had largely ignored the intellectual dimensions of the Black Power movement. Largely ignored sounds a little bit like a quantifier. The intellectual dimensions of the Black Power movement, what does that even mean? It says that they were explicitly ideological. So ideological means like you're based on your kind of, I don't know if principles is the right word, but like your views, your politics, so to speak. Is that ignoring the intellectual dimensions? I mean, it says that there's a small number of thinkers, so thinkers are intellectuals. So I don't know if ignored is the right word here. That seems the opposite of what they're trying to say. Honestly, I barely understand what this choice says, so that's not a good sign either. See, other historians of the Black Power movement have criticized Farmer's use of unconventional primary sources. No, connotations, right? This is saying Farmer is bad. We have the whole passage saying that Farmer is good, so just keep it simple. D, the figures in the Black Power movement whom historians tend to cite would have agreed with Farmer's conclusions about women's roles in the movement. I don't know what they would have thought, right? So would have agreed. I need a better category for this, but this is like basically getting in the head. It's the intentions or the thoughts, I guess, of people in the passage. And a lot of times the answer choices will kind of make up thoughts for people or make up feelings or emotions or desires or whatever. We're not allowed to do that. Like it has to say. So does it say that other people from the Black Power movement would have agreed with this modern person? No, that's a crazy claim. I have no idea what they would have thought. So this is just kind of, bananas wrong. But again, I guess it's positive. It's the right connotation, but it's just so weird. It's definitely A. B is not so much like I barely understand it, but that's a good sign, right? So a lot of times what we'll have is we'll have a choice that we understand fits very well. And then we'll have a choice we kind of don't really get. And we kind of start to talk ourselves into it. We're like, oh, but what if it actually means this? And then what if it's right? And it sounds smart. So maybe that makes it more right. No, don't do that. If you don't understand the choice, get rid of it, right? Like, especially if you have another choice that makes sense and that does fit. Go with what you know works instead of conjuring up some weird reason why another choice might work. Like, who cares? If you have something that works, go with that. Don't waste time analyzing B if you know A is a good fit.